Welcome, everyone, to the Freedompreneur Show. This is Rhonda Swan. I'm Mr. Right. In fact, I'm Mr. Right for a reason. If anyone knows why I'm just Mr. Right and not Mrs. Right, put it in the comments below. But I want to welcome everyone to the Freedompreneur Show, guys. This is Rhonda Swan, the Unstoppable Mama, and I'm doing an actually crazy thing today. I'm hosting from the pool. What a better place than to prove what it's like to be a freedompreneur than to host a show around the pool. So here we are, guys. I'm Mr. Right. I'm actually hearing some feedback. So if our guests they are muted out, that's helpful. Because it looks like we got Mr. Swano there, who is actually in Uluwatu right now. We thought, what a cooler place to be than to show everyone what it's like to truly be a freedompreneur. And Brian is hosting right now from Uluwatu at Blue Point. This is a plug for Blue Point. How are you this morning, Swano?
I am doing awesome. The swell is building. This is I call it the happiest place on earth. And it's not Disney. I got to keep my voice a little quiet here because we got a lot of people eating their breakfast. But I'm excited for the call because this is a cool thing. It's the Freedompreneur Show where you're in the pool back about an hour and a half away from me. Jenny, she's over in Australia. I'm here about ready to surf some massive waves, and there's people joining us from everywhere in the world. And I tell you, that couldn't happen when we got started in the online world 10 years ago, and now we can do it. So I'm pumped.
It's actually been 11 now, so.
Oh, that's right. I said 10 plus years, I think.
Yeah, over 11. Show everyone the waves because we've got surfers and we've got people from all over the world that are watching, and you've got the Unstoppable Surfer crew. Show everyone the waves that you're going to be surfing today right outside the corner here. This is in Uluwatu. And if you actually show your computer, you probably can show where I'm at, like right over there. You can see the edge of the island.
Oh,
Other side of the island. I'm on the other side of the island. We're here in Bali, Indonesia. If many of you guys know, most of you guys have been following us probably for many, many years. And we have been traveling now for 11 plus years. We've got a lot of people that they kind of talk about working online, and they talk about traveling the world, and most of them, they do it a little bit, but a lot of times most people are just hosting or working directly from their living room or their house or in their office. But the Unstoppable family decided 8 years ago to start traveling around the world to live as freedompreneurs. Now, we've been working online for 11 full years, guys, and we've learned a few things along the way. And what most people ask us, wow, that's such a gorgeous view. I know they're like, shut up, Rhonda, let us just look at the waves for a minute. Look at it. How awesome. Awesome. Thanks, Brian. I know you're going to have a great day today. Brian, yesterday, all right, I'm going to open up some transparency here. So, you guys follow us, and this is our family show here. It's about the Unstoppable family traveling the world, and we bring to this show, this is a place where entrepreneurs come to learn and grow. And we bring not only some of the top marketers, interests, but we bring people from all over the world that can add to you and assist you in not only building a business that you love online, but educate you in areas of marketing, educate you in areas of how to live more free, and we want to be a resource for you to do that. But this is so funny. So yesterday, Brian's like, we had to go to immigration, right? Because when you're here in Bali, we have a 60-day visa. 30 days, you get a visa, and then you have to go and extend it for an extra 60 days, and then you have to leave the country. Most people don't know that. We live in the USA, and you can just live and kind of go pretty much anywhere around the world that you'd like to go. You tend to get like a 90-day visa sometimes, so most people don't really think about it because they don't always just live abroad. When you're living abroad, you have to abide by the rules when you're living abroad. There's Buttercup over there. And so Brian's like, oh, man, the waves are going to be so awesome. We're so close to Uluwatu. Why don't I just get my visa and just head on out to Uluwatu? And sure enough, we are all about living our passions, right? And we've got a lot going on. And Brian's like, I don't know if I'm going to go. I'm like, you know what? You definitely need to go. You need to go because we're hosting a show tomorrow. We've got Jenny Jordan is going to be on our call as our guest. I'm going to introduce Jenny in just a moment. She's going to really talk to you guys about really how to build a support system for your business. But Brian's like, I'm just going to go because the surf is going to be incredible. And so sure enough, guys, what a better representation than to have Swano out here and living his true passions, living in Uluwatu, being in Uluwatu right now. I'm hanging out in the pool. I decided just to go nuts and show you guys how possible it really is. I'm literally in the pool office. This is where I work. Everyone always asks, how do you really work? Well, this is how we work. This is my office, and this is how I'm going to go give you guys a little, oh, I'm really breaking some rules. See, there's my preparation. This is my office. This is how I work. I got 2 computers here today. And but this is the luxuries, guys, when you can truly, you not only get the right mentorship, but you get the right program and how to really set your business up for success. A lot of people that work online are selling a dream, but they're really living a nightmare. Because there's a lot of components, right? There's a lot of components when you're starting to build a business, and especially if you want to be a freedompreneur, you've got to get all these components right. And what happens is many people, and I know this because we had the same issues when we started traveling around the world, is there's a lot going on. So when you're traveling, you're not only going to new environments, right? You're trying to figure out the internet. You are trying to work on, the time zones. And when you are building a big business like we are, we're earning multiple 6 and 7 figures, you've got a lot of moving parts, right? So we host a show so we can maintain our values, but then we've got to have sales funnels and emails and video, right? You see all these things that we do, and people always ask me, and most recently, in fact, Tanya Paxson asked me, Rhonda, what if you did a show that shared with everyone exactly how you build your team? How you built your support team, how you actually are able to get so much done, still be a mother, be a 7-figure business owner, host a top show on the internet, and speak live, travel around the world like we're going to Dubai, host events. How do you get it all done? And for many, many years, I was doing a lot of it myself. In fact, I still do a lot of work on my own because I truly do believe that my brand is my birthmark, and everything that I do, say, and touch, it's got to be about me, right? So I like to have my hands in on it. But there's so many different things, guys, that are needed to really make your business and your support system strong, especially if you want to live as a freedompreneur like we do and enjoy the things that you love. Because that's why we actually started doing this, right? It's because we didn't want to be tied to our job. We didn't want to be tied to the weekends. We wanted to actually start enjoying our life. So we explored working on the internet, right? Working online, working virtually. And in order to do that, you've got to have a great support system. So I decided today to bring out Jenny Jordan, who lives in Australia. She's coming from Australia. It's 9 a.m. here for us. It's 11 a.m. for Jenny, 9 p.m. in the East Coast of the United States. And we decided to come together because we've been working very closely with Jenny and her team, and we had this conversations, and we started working together several months ago because many of you guys know Drew Innes, part of the Alliance, the Online Alliance. He recommended Jenny to us because we had been using some other VAs and some other systems, and there was a couple things that were missing. There were some gaps that were missing for me, and that was a lot of the technical side. Getting ClickFunnels, right? So many of you guys have sales funnels. You're like, gosh, we need to get certain things really done and dialed in. And if you don't use ClickFunnels, you absolutely should, because they're one of the best online forms of creating sales funnels that work for you while you're not working and help you really promote your business. Well, there's some technical things that we were missing. And so Drew recommended that we meet Jenny. And so sure enough, I started talking with Jenny and started connecting with her and her group. And one thing that I realized, Jenny, and I'm going to have you coming out here because Jenny's been working on the internet. I'll have you do your introduction, Jenny, but she's the founder and the owner of Need a VA and has been helping small business owners and coaching small businesses and online marketers really how to not only reduce the time that they spend on setting up the structures of their business, but helping live the life that they really dreamed of, and that's why they wanted to become a small business owner. We find many small business owners, there's a difference between being a small business owner, right, and an entrepreneur. Many people, when they're running their small business, they're still dialed to it. They still work. Their face is in it from morning till night. They are the last touch in everything that goes on. And what happens is that big dream that they had turns into a big nightmare, or it's really just like a bigger job than they really set out for because they're doing everything. And so, Jenny, I want to have you come out here, and we're going to go back and forth today because our group is really excited to learn from you and to understand what the possibilities are to not only have a support system, but to have a virtual support system that really can hit all areas of their businesses. So Jenny Jordan, coming out here for the very first time of the Freedompreneur Show. How are you today, lovely lady?
I'm very well, very well. Thank you so much for inviting me. Very excited about the whole thing.
It's great to have you here, Jen. I know you work with a lot of entrepreneurs all over the world. You're not just connected to the Australian market. Share with us how you got started and, kind of what your background is so everyone understands where you come from. And then we're going to really dig into what are the, possibilities of using VAs. We're going to give you guys access to Jenny's group. She's inside of our marketplace inside of the Freedompreneur Academy, and our tribe gets access to Jenny and her VA group. And so share with us a little bit about your background, Jenny, so everyone kind of gets an idea where you're coming from.
Yeah, sure. I'm happy to do that. Well, I'm really just like you are, Rhonda. Well, virtually anyway. So what happened is that I had to actually get I was working a government job, right? And I was trying to build the dream in the background. And what happened is that you would just retire. You get home, right? You do all the family stuff. You got you're doing the kids' homework. You're doing the dinner. You're catching up on the chat, and then you retire to the bedroom, and you would virtually take on another job. You know what? And there's lots of people like us that are working full-time jobs, and some of them like to do that grind, and we don't worry about that, but they want to do something more. They want extra income. They want the freedom that you so readily promote. Yep. But the thing is, when you go to your office, you isolate yourself because you're learning, and I was learning really, really constantly. So you become a student, and then you buy the shiny objects, and you know how it goes, Rhonda. You hear it time in, time out. Yeah.
So keep going, because you were working like a normal 40-hour job then.
Oh yeah, and then I would, but in that meantime, I was working the job, and then my husband had a horrific motorcycle accident, which turned everything around. That I no longer had that extra income from him. He was in hospital for 5 months, and I wasn't keeping up with my learning then, because I had